Hi, my name is Kevin Fernandez and welcome to my channel, Gamers Genie. Today I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about my top 10 favorite games that give me analysis paralysis. Now, for those of you who have never heard this term in your life, analysis paralysis is what a lot of people in the board gaming world, at least to my knowledge, call something where you're just staring at the board, staring at something, concentrating, like so much overthinking. It's basically an overthinking process. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. Why would you want to name games that are that give you analysis paralysis? That's a negative thing. Yes, but you know, it's still pretty fun. Something that can make you really think. I do enjoy games that make me think a lot. Now, this does not mean that I don't like these games at all. On the contrary, a lot of these games are in my collection. So, and I do visit them a lot. So, I do recommend these games, every game that I mention, and I do also enjoy these games myself. I'm just saying these are games that definitely have gotten me, that I have played where I have been caught staring at the board, trying to figure out what I want my next move to be. But because there's so many options or whatever, I'm just stuck. But again, I have no ill will towards any of these games or the designers or whatever. Again, these are my favorite games. They're still my favorites. This is not a negative list. So with that being said, let's count down. Okay, so number 10 is Wild Child West, published by Dire Wolf Games. This game kind of has given me analysis paralysis. Like, I think I've gotten it every other game that I've played. One of the major parts is you can definitely get analysis paralysis at the beginning of the game when you first roll the dice. If you're the first one to go, you could be staring at all those options. Even though it's limited by the dice rolls and everything, you still have options, and it's just like, you're like, okay, do I want this? But if I get this, then I get that bad thing. But then if I get this one, then I get that a lot of good things, but there's still that one bad thing. So there has been a lot of times where I have definitely caught myself with analysis paralysis for that game. It's still a very fun game, rolling dice, picking tiles, building up your town. Very enjoyable. I play it a lot with my dad. It's like one of our favorite games to play. But the reason why this is at number 10 is because it doesn't really afflict, the analysis paralysis has not really afflicted me that much. And therefore, I don't really think it needs to be any higher. But number 10, Wild Child West. Okay, so number 9 is Rival Restaurants by Gap Closer Games. And I would say this, I've only gotten analysis paralysis from basically my body was going faster than my brain. Half the time, it is a very fast-paced game where you're just like grabbing ingredients and stuff, and sometimes I'm just like, wait, what was I going to do? And then I'm just sitting there going, okay, what was I going to do? What was I going to do? And I'm just sitting there trying to think, and I'm like, frozen. And then I go, oh yeah, I'm cooking or something like that. It does give you a lot of options of where you want to get your ingredients from. You know, there's, Dairy King. There's the vegetable. There's the place to get the veggies. So, it does give you options, and you can kind of get a little frozen there. But, there's ways out of it. So yeah, that's definitely why it's still up in that higher list area. All in all, it is a fun game. I do highly recommend it, and we have a nice little how to play video on that game, so if you want to check it out, feel free to click on the link that's in the video. But number 9 is Rival Restaurants by Gap Closer Games. Okay, so Number 8 is Lizard Wizard by Forbidden Games. Lizard Wizard or Raccoon Tycoon, really, because they're kind of both played a little similar or the same or whatever. But I picked Lizard Wizard because, again, the one thing I found that can give people analysis paralysis is options. Raccoon Tycoon gives people options, but it's only 3 options, which I feel like is a lot more manageable set of options versus like Lizard Wizard, which gives you like, okay, so let's see, you have your normal like raising your stocks and everything, the normal stuff. You got getting a tower, getting a wizard, getting a familiar, going to get treasure, grabbing spells. Like I think at least 6. You have at least 6 options of what to do, and you can only pick one. And you're just like, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to do? Well, what if this guy does this? Well, what if this guy does that? You go back and forth in your head so many times. At least I have. I go back and forth in my head so many times about, like, how can I play this? How can I do this? How can I maximize my points? And it's just, it gets so crazy, so confusing. But, you know, again, gameplay's fun. Artwork's great. It's all in all a great game. Every game on this list is a great game. I need to keep repeating that. These are good games, okay? It's just me. It's not them, it's me. It's like a breakup thing. It's not you, it's me. But I'm not breaking up with these games. It's like, it's not them, it's me. I just, you know, sometimes you freeze, whatever. So number 8, Lizard Wizard. Okay, so number 7 is Paint the Roses. Again, love this game. One of the things that I found can give me analysis paralysis is overthinking what on earth could be face down on my partner's side of the table. I go, okay, well, it's a green card, which means it's just roses. That's it. Just the roses. It's easy card. Just the roses. Okay. Well, then we go a little more further. Oh, they got a blue card. Okay, that means now it's roses or it's shapes or colors. Oh, now they got a hard one. Okay, so now it's like 3 things. And so you're constantly going in your brain, okay, what combinations? Okay, so that one has 2 cubes. So it's got 2 ones right. Nope, it's not the 2 purple. No, nope, it's not the purple and the diamond. Nope, it's not the purple and the spade. What the heck is it? I don't know what it is. That queen is getting closer. And did you notice I had North Star Games as the publisher? That's who the real publisher is, not what I said last time. But this game, all in all, is a fun game. It's great. I love how it gets your adrenaline pumping. You know, trying to accomplish this, and you do want to play again if you get caught. You always want to play again. Like, okay, let's see. Where did we go wrong? Let's play again. Super fun game. Artwork is gorgeous because, you know, painting the roses and all that stuff. So number 7, Paint the Roses. Okay, so number 6 is Dinosaur World by Pandasaurus Games. This one is like, okay, so I played Dinosaur Island, and it does give you less options in Dinosaur Island than Dinosaur World. That's why Island is not on this one. Dinosaur World gives you a lot of options to do, and if you're like really new to this game, or even if you're kind of just a veteran to this game, you're gonna get frozen. You're gonna be like, okay, what do I do? Mostly because if you do this, then this will happen. But if you increase like your security first before you get the T-Rex, so like, okay, well, I want to get the T-Rex area, but that'll increase my danger area, which could potentially kill some of my guests, and I don't want to reenact Jurassic World just yet. You know, I don't really want to do that. So I think I'm going to increase my security, but then people's desire to want to come to see my park will lessen because, you know, my opponents are taking the risks, but not doing that. And yeah, you could really overthink this through. But now I don't have enough concessions. I don't have enough bathrooms. Whatever. there's a lot of overthinking that can go through in Dinosaur World. I've definitely done it. As you guys can see, we used to have it, but unfortunately, it has stayed on the shelf of opportunity for a little too long. It just couldn't make it. I still like the game. It's just I never could really find myself to figure out when I'm gonna play this game. And if I'm ever at a game night or whatever, and someone's got Dinosaur World, I will definitely play it because I do love this game. But yes, there's a lot going on in the game. You could easily get lost. You could easily get frozen and not really think of what you can do next, just trying to figure out what's going on. Number 6, Dinosaur World. Okay, number 5, Scotland Yard by Ravensburger. And yes, I'm going to say it like that. If you want me to pronounce it like that, I'm going to say it like that, okay? So, Scotland Yard by Ravensburger, specifically the one that I have, which is the Sherlock Holmes edition. That's the version I have, Ravensburger. You know, you get to play as like Sherlock Holmes, Watson, all those famous characters from the Sherlock Holmes novels. And you got to find Moriarty. You could definitely overthink where he is because we did it. We actually did it. He's only allowed to move like 1 space per turn. But we were like thinking, oh, well, maybe he's all the way over here, over at this side of the board. I'm like, how can he be over at that side of the board? He was just like 2 inches in front of me before in the last turn before he disappeared. And so you could really get caught up trying to think of where this guy is next and everything like that. But all in all, it is a fun game. It's great. It's a great strategy game. A lot of these games are strategy games, by the way. That's how you can get analysis paralysis. Yeah, you can definitely get lost in trying to figure out where this guy is. You can try. Still a great game. Still a great game. But yeah, you can get lost in trying to figure out what's going on. The game does try to help you though by cutting the board into 4 sections. So you only have to tackle it in the 4 sections. So you have less of things to think about. It does help you a little bit. I actually should have probably moved this one a little bit before Dinosaur World, but I don't know. It's kind of like, I feel like 5 or 6 is the perfect spot for this game. I don't think it should go any lower, but I also don't think it should go any higher because, I mean, it's not... I haven't played it enough to know how often analysis paralysis would happen. So right now, where I think where it is, I think that's like in the middle. I feel like that's a good spot for it. So number 5, Scotland Yard, Sherlock Holmes edition. Okay, so number 4 is Wingspan by Stonemaier. Now, I haven't really gotten analysis paralysis from Stonemaier, from Wingspan, not Stonemaier, but I know a lot of other people who have gotten it, and it hit them hard. They did not know, do I want to get birds? Do I want to, do I want to get food? Do I want to play birds? Do I want to get food? Do I want to, get eggs? Do I want to get new birds? What do I want to do? It's only give you 4 options, but you can only pick one of the 4, and it gets worse. And you think, oh well, it's gonna get better the further we go because we got like less options. Because we got because now it's like, oh wait, I need more birds, but because we're almost done with the game. But I also need more eggs because if I don't get eggs, I won't have that bonus. And there's also my year-end goal that I haven't gotten nearly close to accomplishing. So yeah, you can get a little curmudgeoned. Trying to figure out how to, what you want to do in your next move for Wingspan. I don't know if Wormspan is a little more bigger than that. I have not played Wormspan. I own it, but I have not played it yet. I will be trying to do that next month when I'm all done with work. Yeah, until that, and I decide to make a revised version of this list, because I probably will come back to this to see if this list has ever changed. Number 4, Wingspan. Okay, so number 3 is Carcassonne by 999 Games. This game, yeah, it's definitely given me analysis paralysis in the past. Trying to figure out where I want to place my tile. Trying to figure out how do I want to put a person there. How long do I want to keep that person there? I mean, it's a mess, and it's like, did I actually place that city correctly? Will I get the maximum amount of points that I want to get for that? It is a good game, and I do recommend it. But man, oh man, if you don't know what you're gonna go into, it's gonna get pretty hectic. You're gonna start looking like Gon from Hunter x Hunter. You're gonna be steam coming out of your ears and everything. You're gonna be like, shh. But all in all, it is a fun game. It's a great game. I'm not quite sure if I ever grasped the game entirely, but I definitely know when I do play it, I overthink it. I definitely overthink it, especially when I'm playing online with people who actually know how to play the game like really well, because that's all they've probably been playing. And we all have that one game that we play a lot and we know how to play pretty well. For a lot of people, it's Carcassonne. But for me, that will definitely give me some analysis paralysis, and that's why number 3 is Carcassonne. Okay, so number 2 is Food Chain Magnate by Lucky Duck Games. This game, I definitely can say you can get some analysis paralysis, mostly because of, again, the options. I find the more options people have in games, the more likely you're going to get analysis paralysis. It's either the more options or the more restrictions. Did I break the rules for this or that or whatever? But all in all, like, again, it's a great game. You run your own diner, advertising food, selling drinks, making a profit. It's a great game. It's super fun. But yes, I have had some time where I've been staring at that stack of cards over to my right and going, oh boy, which one do I need next? I'm looking at my hand. I'm looking at the cards I have in play. I'm looking at my beach. I'm looking here, looking there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what can I do to try to improve my business and earn me the maximum amount of points at the end of the game? And I have found myself staring at the board a couple times. But all in all, it's still a very well put together game. I am working on a script for that, so it's taking some time. But yeah, I'm almost finished with it. But so yeah, number 2, Food Chain Magnate. Okay, so now number 1 is probably one that everybody has seen coming. It's probably one that I think a majority of people love the game. It's kind of like that glutton for punishment game. And it is 5 Tribes by Days of Wonder. This game, I've always heard people say, I get analysis paralysis every time I play this game, but I love it and I can't stop playing the game. And yeah, I agree. I love 5 Tribes. I cannot stop playing the game. But yes, I get analysis paralysis practically every time I play this game. Trying to figure out which meeple do I want to move. How far do I want to move those meeples? Will the number of meeples that I have allow me to move that far away? Because, sometimes you want to move very far away to like the other end of the board. And sometimes I want to move shorter. But there's like 6 meeples here, and you have to use all the meeples in order to move. So, and then you gotta go, okay, did I just do an illegal move? Did I not do an illegal move? You really get in your head the more further down the game you go, and you really get stuck there. This game, now I know that they did a reprint recently because of some stuff about certain parts of the game. I don't really pay attention to that. it's still, at its core, it's still to the point, it's still what people loved about the game, all in all. And, I don't know, this is a game that I don't really feel like went for historical accuracy. Heck, it's got genies in it. Historically speaking, we have no historical data that genies ever existed. But yeah, it's still like one of my favorite games. I'm a glutton for punishment when it comes to this game. Number 1, 5 Tribes. Well, there you go. There's my top 10 favorite games that give me analysis paralysis. Are there any games that you feel that I left out of this list? What are games that you like to play that give you analysis paralysis? Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear your thoughts about that. But all in all, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and ring the notification bell to be notified for our next top 10s list. Jordan will be doing a special birthday one, as it is her birthday next month. So be on the lookout for that, and of course ring the bell to be notified for it. And if you're a big fan of the channel as a whole, consider becoming a Patreon supporter on our Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description below. You can support us for as little as $1 a month, which unlocks awesome benefits like early access to how to play videos, like several of the how to play videos that are attached to this top 10s list. Be on the lookout for our next top 10s list, but until then, thanks for the views.